Hi everyone, it's Emilia here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I didn't have a video for a long time actually, and I thought it's a great time for a flower making video. Today in the video I want to show you how to make these flowers and what is different about those flowers is that they are made with the leaf dye. So I didn't use the flower dyes to create them, I just used the leaf dyes. And the leaves, Lady E Design, leaves 001. And for the flower I was showing you, I used those two leaves, those two sizes. So the biggest one and the medium size one. So I will take this away. I die cut 8 big leaves and 4 smaller leaves. I always take my Foamiran, this is the Foamiran sheet, fold it in 4, then place the dies on top and run through a die cutting machine. This way you will have like they usually stuck together, so I've got 4 petals here and 4 here and 4 petals here, and this is a great way for die cutting because it will make the Foamiran even thinner. I use Foamiran from 14 Craft Bar and it's 0.6 millimeter thick. So I'm going to create a flower decoration with those flowers later, so I will add some leaves. But you can use them as decoration, or you could use them, you can cut everything you've got on the bottom and use them for your cards, for your craft projects. So yeah, it's in many ways you can use them actually. And what else I need? I've got ink here. You can color the foam with oil pastels, soft pastels, inks, anything actually you've got at home. You could use the sprays, but like dry mediums I think are the best. And also I've got about 10 very little stamens. These are 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter double-sided, and I've got one like it was like a Christmas berry or something. So if you've got some pear or a button could go in the middle of the flower as well, but I'll be using that. And I will start to color my foam. Many people ask me how I do it, so I use those kitchen washers. These are just ordinary kitchen sponge, and I cut them in pieces and usually grab the color from the ink or from the pastel and then apply to my foam. I do not go directly to the foam with the inks, as sometimes the color can be too strong. This one is quite dry because it's an old ink, so actually you could go directly, but you can see it's much stronger. So first of all I do just grab all petals together and just color them on the edges. Oh, what is important about those leaves, that I'll be using them upside down, because leaf, if it's a leaf, it goes this way. It's got like some cuts on the top, but for the flowers I am using them opposite way, okay, upside down. So I will color the edges first. Actually these flowers are very delicate, so I will not be adding a lot of color. And then I'm going to color a little bit more on the edge of each petal. You could use more than one color obviously for each flower. I'll be using only pink here. And I've got my hot glue ready. You can use the craft glue, but hot glue works really well because it dries fast, so it's great for flower making. For the flower I will use 4 petals in the middle of the flower and about 7, I've got 8 here, about 7-8 like outside the center. I really like those flowers. I thought it's a, you know, it's a great way to use your stash you've got at home, to experiment and to use it different ways it's supposed to be used. I think this is what we crafters do actually, because we're always experimenting and we're always trying to find new ways of using our stash, and yeah, so that's why I'm sharing the tutorial with you. Let's say it's okay now, just not much color. Okay, and what I will do here, I will just grab those together and I will cut the pointy end of the leaves. If I find a scissors, oh yeah, I've got them here. So I will just maybe like cut off the little triangle. It's like, I don't know, not even a centimeter here, so it will help me to keep the bottom of my flower quite flat. And we'll do the same here for the little ones. Here just tiny bit. Okay, and we can start shaping the petals. So I will start with the little ones. What I will do, just grab the top of that petal like in a pleat, fold it 2-3 times, and then just roll only the top of the petal, and then stretch it gently to the side, so you create something like that. Okay, and we do the same with each one. Or you can just grab the top together, so it's quite squash, and then roll. It's like forward and back. So you really want to squash the top. That's it, and gently stretch to the sides. So do that for all the petals. I've got long nails, which doesn't make it easier, but even with the long nails you can still do it. Okay, so we've got those 4. They will be in the center, and we do the same with the bigger. In few movements I just grab the top together and roll the top. You do press, so it's, you know, it's really squashed. Then I will slightly roll the one side of the petal back to create like a, you see, funny shape like that. And to make the petals slightly different from each other, you can roll back the other side. I hope you can see it well. It's really bright light here. So we've got another one. Excuse me. Oh, this summer I was really ill, and I think still not fully recovered, but I am much better. Okay. You can roll it back on both sides as well, so each petal will be slightly different. I hope camera stays in focus, because sometimes it's just going away of the center. So when you try to roll it back, the top of the petal, you just do that. Grab the foam between your fingers and just roll back. It is easy when the foam is really thin. If you've got like a thick foam at home, you can try run it through a die cutting machine a few times, and it will make it much thinner. Okay, got those. So now I will start sticking my stamens to the berry, the big one. So I will try to make them equal on one side. Okay, then fold them in half, kind of. So I will add a dot of a glue here, okay, very near the bottom of the stamens, and I will put the berry on it. So my stamens are longer than going higher than the berry, okay? And I will add a dot of a glue here, and we'll try just spread them. It doesn't need to be equal, even, but kind of equal and even. And then you just add about tiny dots of a glue, so don't burn your fingers, and try to move those stamens. Some are longer, as you can see, some are shorter, but that's fine. I think this is the this is the hard part. Okay, so if I've got that, then I will add dot of a glue and will stick my first petal on. So I'm sticking it very near the bottom of my ball. Okay, can you see that? Oh, I didn't color the petals inside on my flowers. I colored them here as well. Maybe I will. Oh no, not now. But you could add a color on the bottom of the small petals as well. But never mind. So then I'm adding a dot of a glue and another petal. Okay. Just near the bottom of your berry, and the petals overlap slightly, very slightly. Another one, so you could use 3 or 4 petals here. I'm using 4, just I thought it's better. And the last one, which will like go between those two. So we've got that center. Okay. Okay, now we will be applying the bigger petals. So what I do here, I apply first one, which will be like the same way as my previous one, then try to apply another one between, then covering the first one, then between, then overlapping, then between, then overlapping. So I will start with the first one. So add just dot of a glue, and with the first one stick only half of it, so the other half stays away of the petal, because the last one will go underneath here. Okay, so half of the petal, and this, my first petal, is overlapping one of the petals from the previous layer. Then I will try to, then I overlap half of the big petal and try to go with that. Oh, sorry. come on. Sorry, my phone, have to switch it off. So the second one overlapping the first one, and it goes like between the first two petals, okay? Then the third one will overlap the first petal, and this, oh gosh, how to explain it, will overlap half of the second petal, and it will overlap the petal from the first layer. Do you know what I mean? So it's overlapping this one, and it's overlapping the first one as well. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but hopefully you can see what I mean. Then another one will go like between those two here, but still overlapping the petal from the second layer, so the big one. I hope you can see it better than I'm explaining, because I'm rubbish at it. I guess sometimes I don't know correct words for it. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big ones. Now the fifth one. So I'm adding a glue a little bit on the petal, a little bit on the first layer. Okay, so this is the fifth one, which I want to go more. Sorry, my camera went off. So that was the fifth layer, petal of the second layer. Okay, sixth one will go between two petals from the first layer, and I think that maybe will be it. Let's see, because it is going underneath our first petal from the second layer already. So let me see if that's enough. No, one more here. So one more, which will be overlapping that petal from the first layer. I guess I could, let me just see if I need to stack it underneath. Yeah, that'd be better. So I will push that first petal a bit away. Just add a glue here, and I will push the last petal. Let me take this one. I will push it in. Okay, and then stick on the first petal. Remember, that was the first one which I stuck on only in half. Okay, we've got that flower. Really, really nice. Actually, I think it's a lovely color as well. So hopefully you like it too, and I hope you can try to make it. I know I'm so bad in explaining sometimes, but look, it's really, really pretty. I am so happy with it. So what you can do here, you can cover that with the floral tape, or you can cut it off, secure with the glue, and have it for the cards. I didn't cut the stamen here because I will add some leaves and I will create a little decoration. That's it actually. Thank you very, very much. If you would like to follow me on Facebook, it's Lady E Design, and on Instagram I will have more videos for flower making and using my dies, and also I will have new release soon, which is super secret and now yet, but very, very soon. And when I say very soon, it means really soon. So stay tuned, and if you make similar flower, you could tag me on Facebook at Lady E Design, or Instagram with the hashtag Lady E Design. Then I could visit you, comment. It's always for me a great pleasure to see what you create with my dies. So thank you very, very much for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.